Alright, for anybody who is going to watch this, this is just for fun. I have this idea right now of a friend of mine at the school. I have a Trump that I modeled. I showed it in my last video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to model my buddy, who just so happens to be Mexican. And hold on, I want to see if the sound's working. Oh, you're not quiet again, are you? Nope, there we go. Alright. Ah, shit, turn the volume off, turn the volume off. Alright, good, nobody has to listen to that now. Real quick, I'm just going to tell people not... Oh, shit, I wanted to keep that closed. Sorry. It is up. There we go. And it's... Oh, shit, wrong button. Again, you get to hear me talk to myself while I message. It's up. There we go. Okay, so I might delete this video after I'm done with it, but whatever. Anyways, what I wanted to do is I want to have my friend at the school. He's going to bust through a wall and he's going to destroy Trump, who is going to be doing a speech of some sorts, because you know he's always doing speeches. But yeah, he's going to be doing a speech of some sorts. So I want to model him because he's Mexican, and it's kind of a joke that I am enjoying. The more I joke about it, the more I enjoy. It's kind of just hilarious now at this point. Anyways, I have my sombrero I just modeled. I'm actually quite freaking proud of this thing. It's gonna sit on the back. I should probably name this sombrero. There we go. I'm also gonna open up the chat so that I can see anything that comes in. The more I do of these, the more of a system I'll run into. And, oh, there he is again. And, oh, press play, and what's up? There we go. So yeah, the more I do of these, the more I'm going to enjoy doing them. And, sorry, not the more I'm going to enjoy doing them. The more I do, the better I'll get. That was so difficult. Holy shit. Anyways. So like I said, I'm going to be rigging, which is new for me. I don't rig. I never have rigged. I taught myself on my last model. It needs a little bit of work, obviously. I'm an animator trying to rig and model. There is going to be a shit ton of mistakes. So anybody who wants to call me out on them, don't forget to delete history and freeze transformations. Thank you. But anyways, anybody who wants to tell me, hey, dude, there's a quicker way of doing this, go nuts, because remember, I am an animator who is currently in the middle of trying to model shit. So, I need everybody to remember I am not the best at this. Oh, great, now you're going to hear that noise. Good job. Oh, hold on a second. As he just said, I need to freeze transformations. Put that back. I need to move the pivot point of that, because that should be obvious. We're going to raise that up so that it's on the ground level, and go edit, delete by type, history, and where is freeze? Modify, freeze transformations. There. I've got it named. There's no history on it. Now I can put it up on top of his back. And we can move it backwards. I probably need to scale it, actually, now that I look at it. You know what? I kind of like how big it is, actually. I'm going to leave it like that, like it's a turtle shell. Oh, shit. How the hell did you even know I was doing that, Emily? Oh, you probably got a notification. And I thought that you were going to be asleep. There we go. We can just put that right there. I'm not too worried about it crashing and everything. Like I said, this is my model. I'll do whatever the hell I want with it. I probably need to freeze it there, actually. Edit, delete by type, history, and modify, freeze transformations. Wait. Where the fuck is freeze transformation? There we go. Okay. Done. So I've got it on his back. I've got his little poncho on. The poncho is not going to be 100%. I actually needed to add create polygon primitives and plane. Where the hell's my plane? There we go. I'm going to make 3 of these actually. And you're going to love why. Everybody's going to love this. Specifically one person. And by love, I mean he's going to hate it. But it's going to be amazing. Alright. And you thought you were going to bed too. Yep. Now let's go Control D and we'll move it over, and we'll go Control D and we'll move it over, and you will see why in a second. And actually these all do need to be their own. Assign new material and Lambert, and we're going to go assign new material and give that one a Lambert and assign new material. There's probably a faster way to do this. I don't want to have them all on the same one though, because it's going to be a different image on each. It's so late. Who the hell is Sons of Sek? I have no idea who you are. I want to know. Do I? If I know, you know what? I don't need to know. I just want to know. All right. So we will go to Lambert 3, and I'll insert my file image. Hopefully it doesn't show. There we go. Wait, let's do the sombrero first. So we've got the sombrero in one, and we can rotate this so it's actually facing the right way. And then we've got, here, let's actually get that the correct size. There we go. That looks better. And then this one, we'll add our next file. And Nico, it's old. Dude, change your name. Just change it. Mexican Poncho. I'm getting my reference up so that I know how to texture this when I get to it. Let's make this one a little bit bigger. He can go right in the back, because you know he's going to be big. We're going to use that one a lot. This one we can raise up a little bit higher for when I actually get to texturing that out. I'm watching myself do this on YouTube while I'm doing it. I'm watching it on my phone so I can see the chat. And right now I am just waiting for the chat to explode when you see who this next one is, because there is a frame skip or delay, something. Oh, this is amazing. And here is the prize of it all. The face that I need to put inside of this character. The whole reason that I am doing this. So, we need to turn this beautiful man into this rig. I'm going to be right back, and I'm going to grab my phone charger. Oh, still hasn't popped up on YouTube yet. Just waiting for it. Arturo, I hope you're still here. Yeah, you know, I really do too, because I cannot wait to see what happens. Hey, that works out. Turn the phone sideways and I can see. Looks an awful lot like me. Oh, dude, you just wait. Just you wait until you see what I'm about to do. Oh, it's gonna be priceless. I'm excited for you, Arturo. I really am. Okay, well, you guys are behind because I've already seen all of that. Let's get started on his face. He has a narrower nose at the top. Oh, and there's the final one. Just wait for it. Why am I watching it? There we go. I'm scared. Oh, you should be. Oh, this is amazing. I'm loving this. I'm having more fun watching the comments on Arturo look at himself. That's where I'm enjoying myself right now. Actually, you know what? I'm delayed. Whoa! I need to catch up. There we go. Now we're at the live. Okay. Getting his nose in the correct spot. This needs to be a little bit pointier. And this needs to be a little bit down more. I'm so glad I actually decided to watch this. Nico, I don't even know how you found out it was going on. Not that it's a bad thing. I just have no idea. I'm imagining it notified you or something. See, the best part for me here is I'm an animator who has no idea how to model. So this, for me, is hilarious. Because everybody's just going to be like, dude, no. No, there's so many better ways you could have done that. I think his nose is getting there. That's a little too pointy for me, though. You know that? Let's just pull that in a little bit more. And fix this. This is bad. That should never do that. Let's just join those points together. Press enter. Join those points together. Press enter. Escape. Fuck off. And then we can, let's see, that nose. Oh, I never saw a comment from Arturo on the fact that I'm using an actual picture of him. Let's pull that nose in a little bit more. There we go. The characters that I am modeling for these, I'm doing just a nose and eyebrows. I'm not doing mouths or eyes. For this character, I am going to be doing eyes. I'm going to be doing little hockey pucks, just little tiny dots. Let's actually get one of those in there. Polygons, and we'll do a cylinder, and we'll bring the cylinder up, and we'll squish it, and we'll bring it in. That's actually squished in on itself. There we go. That is too big of a hockey puck. Oh, oh, oh. I'm going to have this guy's babies one day. Ugh. Popped in my sub box. That's okay. That's okay. Wait, what the hell? What am I even doing? There we go. That's what I wanted. And we'll go -90. Let's get this in the correct spot. Now, the one thing that I actually don't know how to do is I know there's a way to duplicate something so that it pops over to the other side at the exact same spot, so they're the same distance. That is one thing that I don't know how to do. If anybody has any idea how to do that, it would be super helpful. These don't need to be that awesome. There we go, that's enough. And let's see, his eyes are pretty close to the top. You know what? Let's just keep them out. Right about there. Okay. And I'm going to make those a little bit thicker. There we go. Has to be more than one duplication, but I think it's Control-Shift-D. Model is already looking better than himself. Oh, that's awesome. I'm surprised you didn't like lose your shit that I was doing this, to be honest. Yeah, Control-Shift-D won't work. What I'm gonna have to do actually is, if I freeze, I think, if I go edit, actually I do know how to do this. Delete by type, and we'll go history. And you know what? I'm gonna leave that fucking box open. There we go. And we're gonna go, where is it? Modify, freeze transformations. Now if I change the pivot point to the bottom in the center, that'll do it. Because then all I have to do is scale it -X. So we go insert, press V, move it down to the bottom, move it to the middle, right there. That's in the middle. Yep, dead center. And now, if I grab that and I go scale it in -1Z, that should, yeah, so all I have to do is Control-D that and go 1, and there should be 2 of them now. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now all I have to do is go modify, I left that window open, delete by type history, and freeze transformations, which is one button that I always freaking lose. There we go. Now his eyes are on the same side, or, you know, equal parts on different sides. Nice. There is one thing I want to do with his neck. This is the Trump neck that I did. I basically took the model and copied it, and now I'm just working off of it. So let's just fix Arturo's neck and make him not look so Trumpy, because that'd be kind of mean. Arturo doesn't look like Trump. Well, you know, I hope he doesn't. We can bring this in. He doesn't have a fat neck, which is part of what the other one was. We can bring these two in. There we go. And 6. Perfect. Alright. So we got his little hockey puck eyes that, you know what, just because I want to do it, and I'm tired of not being able to see them. I'm actually going to insert a material on those. I'm going to make them Lamberts, and they're just going to be black. Now we'll always see his eyes. It's not necessary, but it was bugging me, and I wanted to see them. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm also going to center pivot their controllers, if I remember where the hell center pivot is. Mesh, edit mesh. Where the hell is center pivot? And why can I never find this stupid thing? Ugh, I swear it did modify. There we go. Did that work? Yes, it did. And we go G to do the same thing. Nice. Cool. We're getting there. Now, what else? Oh, his eyebrows. Okay, now I did his eyebrows at work. I drew them out. The problem I ran into is they looked nothing like how I wanted them to. There is another thing I wanted to do too. I didn't want his head so square. I might leave it this way because Arturo has a very egg-shaped head. I'm sorry, but you do. I'm not sure what to do with your eyebrows. I kind of have an idea because you've got these really moon-shaped eyebrows, and I think that's what I'm going to try and mimic. Problem is I need them in default. How dare you make me look like Trump? Ugh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyways, your eyebrows have to be in default, and I think in default they're just going to be straight and coming down. So actually, let's just try that out now. We'll go polygon, we'll bring up a cube, bring it up to the head, bring it out. You know what, I'm going to do this in front view. Alright, we'll make it skinny. Actually, you know what I should do first is add in my subdivisions. Probably only need 2 that way. And that should be good that way. Alright. And we'll make it the size that I want them. Bring them over to the side. I could just go with squares, but the characters that I'm doing, I'm kind of playing off of the traits of the person are in their eyebrows. I'm making these, I'm making these characters up as I go. Because, like, I did one for my brother as well. And I'll pull that one up in the next... If I do another one of these, I'll pull that up in the next one. But I'm making the eyebrows and features that they have their biggest points. Like, for this one with the ears, I actually need to fold these ears back and shrink them down, or make them a little bit bigger. Because Arturo's ears do not stick out like this at all. So I need to fold them back a little bit more. So anyways, for this eyebrow, I'm going to scale it a little bit more. I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit more, or more like that. And I'm just going to start moving points around. So we can pull those in, we can pull those out a little bit. I, again, have zero idea what I'm doing, so I'm making this up as I go. So I apologize to any modelers who watch this and go, oh, why? You gotta remember, I'm an animator. I just don't give a shit. It works for me. And this is a learning experience. I'll learn as I go. Alright, we can pull all of those up actually a little bit just to give it a little bit more roundness. That actually doesn't work all that badly. I should probably bring this one in though. Just to keep that round point going at the bottom. I do want to narrow these a little bit more. I like how Arturo's are kind of pointy at the ends. Let's zoom in on those and clean that up a little bit actually. That should probably come up a little bit more. And then this one can probably come back a little bit more. Interesting point with my brother's actually, because I am doing his at one point. His eyebrows are going to be split on the one side because he has a scar there. So I already found a way to make his a little bit different from everybody else's, which is kind of nice. The reason I'm doing my brother's is because, as I mentioned in the Deadpool one, the kid's hilarious. He has so many stories of his childhood and all the stupid things that he did. And I really just want to animate him telling those stories. Because every time I hear them, it doesn't matter how many times I've heard them, it always makes me laugh. Every single time, it never fails. So I feel like if I can get those out, there's other people out there that would enjoy them just as much as I do. Alright, we can make this a little bit skinnier. You know what? For an eyebrow, I'm cool with that. Let's just move it back so it's touching. Not fully touching, but just enough. Alright, so we'll do the exact same thing that I did with the other one. We'll go delete the history, modify, freeze transformations. We'll take the pivot point and we'll move the pivot point to the bottom. And then we'll move it over to center. That's not quite center, so we got to get it in center. That's the most important part. Insert, and I'm going to press insert again just in case. That is frickin' rotate. Piss off. Oh, you piece of shit. There we go. That is still not center. Oh, this is so irritating. There has to be a way that this is a lot easier. There we go. Center. Ha. Okay. Now I can duplicate it and I can go scale it, -1, and bam, we have 2 eyebrows. Cool. And then I can take those. And what I am going to do is go delete the history again. I'm going to go modify, freeze transformations, and center pivot. But the thing is I don't actually want to center pivot these when I'm actually going to start rigging it. What I am going to do is I want the pivot points to be on the ends. So I need to find a way to move both of them to the ends equally. Actually, you know what I can do? I might as well just do it now. Let's just take that. That's the fucking rotate again. And we're just going to put it at the end. So I'm just going to make it pivot from not that point right there. That's where it's going to pivot from, but it's going to pivot from the back. There we go. And then it'll be the same on both sides, and when I rotate it, it'll do that. I'm cool with that. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Move it over, grab its thingy, slide it over to the end, and look at that, it already did it. Sweet. And then at one point I have to reverse the rotation so that when I do this, both of them move up at the same time. I don't know how to do that, but I am going to do that eventually. Cool, I have Arturo's eyebrows done. Nice, and just because, let's just add material to those. I'm going to end up erasing all of these afterwards, but I'm kind of enjoying seeing a little bit of color on them. Let's get a little bit brown in there, if I can find where the hell brown is. There we go, dark brown. There. Okay, I'm going to save this. I have not saved in a while. We'll go O2. How long are we running so far? I actually can't tell. It doesn't show on mine. Soft select makes life so easy. I don't even know what the hell soft select is. My bad. Okay, I need to fix his ears, which means also I'm going to have to delete half the model so that I can fix this. Let's go. And, how can I do this in a way? Let's see. I think if I press that and B, maybe, and then be smaller, and then rotate. Cool! But that totally screws up that stuff, so that's not going to work. Alright, let's try it this way. Deselect that, and we're going to deselect all of that stuff, and I'm going to press and hold B and go a little bit smaller. Let's see what happens when I do it like this. Okay, so that stuff isn't moving. This is working actually not too badly. There's definitely an easier way to do this, but this will work, you know, with enough patience and the fact that it seems to be working, so I'm cool with it. Move it in more. Pull it back a little bit more. Alright, let's deselect all that stuff. Deselect that. And fix his earlobe a little bit. There we go. Nice. And cool, I'm alright with that. His ear is back more. Maybe I can No, you know what? I'm going to leave it like that. I kind of like it. I don't care what he thinks. It's my model. I'll do whatever I want. So, oh, it sounds so mean, but it's so true. I just don't care. Alright, so we're going to grab half the model and turn the B off and delete it. And then I'm going to press this and we're going to duplicate it. Mirror geometry. There we go. And then F9, and I'm just going to merge all the vertices. There. And now when I move him around, he moves as one piece. Cool. Now for his hair. The last part to this model. Arturo is not getting arms. If anybody hasn't noticed, he doesn't have arms. He's not getting arms. I'm not going to model him with arms. Arturo is going to be a head in a poncho. The last thing that I might fix before I finalize this is his feet. I kind of like the feet a little bit, but I might change them up. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Sorry about that. So his hair, this is how I've been doing it. That's not the right button. Create polygon primitives and cube. I've been pulling the cube up to the top, scaling it a bunch, adding my divisions, and I do need quite a few actually. Let's go 5. That might be too much, but I don't, it should be okay. So for Arturo's hair, I drew this at work as well, so this is another one that I did. The top, the side, and the back are all going to be separate pieces. Maybe I might actually end up doing the back on this one part the same as the front. I might use the same piece, but it depends on how this turns out. So how I've been doing this is I'm keeping everything square-like. So basically, and again, there's definitely better ways of doing this. I'm shaping it the way that it looks, so it kind of swoops over to the side. So that being said, let's grab the top, scale those in, grab the top again, scale those in, so I'm getting that ball point right there. Let's see, I can pull these out a little bit more, I can pull those out a little bit more, I can start to pull this one in at the bottom, which means I can pull that one in a little bit more. So I'm getting this kind of ball shape there. And then I'm going to grab all of those and scale them down and pull them back up a little bit, and then I'm going to deselect those. I'm going to scale those down and deselect that, and scale those down and deselect that. Select that one again. Oh, not that one. Scale those down and pull those. Oops, we need to pull all of those. Deselect those and pull all of those down. Pull that out. And this is where I'm making shit up as I go. So we can pull that down a little bit. This isn't where it's going to stay, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. This is just where I've got it at the moment, and I am going to pull that back up. And let's see. Maybe I'll worry about the ones in the middle after I get all these ones shaped. So this seems to not go down as far as I have it. So we can grab those and we can move those up again. And this one seems to come down. Let's see if I missed anything. Nope. And we're going to pull this one down a little bit more. And we're going to pull this one down a little bit more. Like I said, I'm going to worry about the ends later. I want to get that little flick off to the side. That is extremely important to me for this character. Okay, so we can pull that one down. There's the beginning to the flick. And then we can pull this one down. Pull these ones in, which means these ones can start to go down. Oh, we need that one as well. So we'll just grab all of those. We'll pull all of those down. And pull those in. And pull those down so we don't get any broken geo. I'm pretty sure that one needs to be there. Alright, so now I need to start moving these down. Trying not to overlap points I'm right messing up at the moment. This is fun. Keep pulling those. Like I said, this is all learning experience for me. I've never done this before. I have zero clue what I'm doing. Let's see what that's doing in perspective. So far it's okay. It's not perfect by any means, but it's okay so far. What I'm trying to make sure that I do is actually select all of the points, so I'm not just modifying one or two here and there. We can take off the fact that it looks like he's got friggin' diva hair at the moment, where it's way too high up in the sky. And this one, oh man, one of these days I'm gonna look back at this video and be like, oh god, why did I do it that way? These people must have been cringing. I'm sure people are already, actually, especially if my one modeling friend is watching this. She's probably losing her mind right now, like, oh, you idiot. Or if she's in class, she's showing Jesse, the modeling teacher, and he is cringing, going, stop. Stop and kill yourself. I don't know if you would say that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. I want that one to be up a little bit more. So close. At least it's not, use the eyedropper for colors, pull it straight from Arturo. Ah, that's smart. That is very smart. I should do that on the next, when I go back and fix that. If it was Rob, he would tell me to kill myself, I bet. There we go. Starting to get that shape. Alright, so this is what it looks like from the side. This is why I don't keep it this way. It's just to get it shaped off. And then I'm going to do, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to finish this one first before I jump onto anything else, like doing the other side. I think I'm going to finish this one first. What time is it? 10:45. I'm going to stop in 5 minutes. I don't need to finish this tonight. This isn't on a time constraint. This is for myself. Alright, so I'm going to press the magical B button because I love this ever since I discovered what it does, and scale it in on itself. And I'm going to do that to these ones as well. Scale it in on itself. I'm just trying to make them a little bit smaller, so it's not like the same thing throughout the whole shot, or whole model, my bad. Let's try this button. Oh, wrong button, wrong button. There we go. Like that. There we go. Ooh, that selected way too much. We can pull that back. We can pull that out. We can pull that out. I really like using this tool. This makes things way easier. Let's try it with just points. There we go. Slowly getting there. Alright. Pull a few up at the top so it's rounding itself up at the top. And continue going all the way over. His hair is getting a little high, so what I'm going to do is actually scale it down once I'm done. Because again, I don't want that friggin' girly look to it. Like too high. It's just, that's not right. Let's scale it down actually. Ooh, no, let's not scale it that way. Let's just pull these points down. There we go, that's a little better. And then I can pull this out and this in. And I meant in when I said out. Whoops. Pull that and pull that. And then we can take this section and we can start pulling it backwards. We can take this section and we can start pulling it backwards. I don't want his head sticking through, so I need to find a way to cheat that. I'm kind of enjoying modeling my own characters. The bonus to this is I can do this any way I want, and nobody can say, hey, so we want to try this instead. And then I can sit there and stew and be like, could you just, you know, shut up? Because I like it this way. And I think that is one of the hardest parts about this industry, is that when you're not in charge and you have a really good idea, and this happens a lot, so like it's not something that you should ever be surprised about, but if you ever have a really good idea on how to do something that you want to do, be prepared that somebody higher up than you is going to say no. Don't get discouraged by it either. It's going to happen. It happens all the time. It's just how it works. In my opinion, it's usually because it wasn't their idea, so they're not a fan of it. They'd rather it be their idea or no idea. So again, don't ever be discouraged by your ideas in animation not getting passed. It's just because it either doesn't need to be there, somebody doesn't want it because it doesn't matter, or because it wasn't their idea in the first place. It's always one of those, unless I've missed something, which I may have. It's very possible. Okay, now let's see if I can pull the back of the head. Oh, it's almost time to close this down so I can get some frickin' sleep and go back to work tomorrow. Yay. Yay, work. I've been enjoying this a lot more. The more I do these, the more I notice some people are watching. It's kind of exciting in a sense, because you're like, oh my god, people are actually watching me talk about nothing. One of my plans is actually to have a friend come in while I'm doing this. I know that's a lot of streamers do, but I want to see what happens when both of us are in here at the same time just talking about crap. It could be interesting for everybody. It also might not be, but I think it would be funny. And what I think is all that matters, because this is my thing. Plus now I have a mic that you can actually like just set up and leave. I don't have to wear anything now, which is awesome. Oh my god, I need to put those things on a layer. This is driving me nuts. Oh, I have right messed something up in Geo back here. Oh god. This is just terrible. I got way too antsy in moving points, and I broke a lot of stuff. This hair just doesn't make sense anymore in the back. See, this is what happens when I start working on it too long and I'm not really paying attention. Look at all the things that I'm breaking now. Oh dear. Oh man. Alright, well, you know what? I'm calling it quits there. Basically, we'll press the 6, we'll grab the F8. This is where we're at with Arturo at the moment. Oh, dude, you look amazing. I can't wait to finish this. I'm probably going to do a bit more work on this without a stream. I'm not entirely sure yet. This was just to show a friend, actually, and it turned into an actual stream. So, I'll probably jump on this another night. I'm pretty done for tonight. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and hope you enjoyed it. I'm actually going to keep this video up, and hopefully it's watched, and people enjoy it, and I'll do more.